The power of naming, energetic identity, and protecting your child's soul code. There is a reason ancient cultures delayed revealing a newborn's name. It wasn't superstition, it was spiritual technology. A name is not just a label, it is a frequency, a soul code, a declaration of being. And when you speak a name aloud, especially for the first time, you are not just introducing the child to the world, you are activating their energetic imprint. That's why, in many lineages, the name was kept secret. Whispers were exchanged only in ceremony. And for a time, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, the baby had no public identity. Only energetic privacy, only sacred silence. But in today's world, the opposite is true. The moment a baby is born, the name is texted, posted, uploaded, printed on hospital records, social security forms, insurance databases, and baby shower balloons. The soul doesn't even get a moment to land before its name is shouted across the digital grid. And no one asks, what does that do to the energy field? What does that teach the child about ownership, sovereignty, or spiritual boundary? Let's begin with the spiritual power of naming. In sacred traditions, names were chosen through divination, dreams, ancestry, or prophecy. Elders would sit in silence until the right sound came. They knew that names carried vibration, and that vibration would echo through the person's life. A name was both instruction and protection. It held a blueprint. And once spoken aloud, it called that soul fully into its role. But the name wasn't for everyone. In many tribes and esoteric traditions, a child had two names, a public name and a private one. The private name was guarded, only spoken in ritual or passed down within family lines. Because once a name is known, it can be used, repeated, summoned, cast, invoked, bound. This isn't just mysticism, it's energetic mechanics. The act of naming seals a frequency into a body. But when others speak it, especially those outside your trusted circle, they are interacting with that frequency, consciously or not. And in the first days after birth, when the child's field is still soft, open, and impressionable, speaking the name too widely can scatter that frequency before it has a chance to stabilize. It can open the door for projections, energetic attachments, and even spell work, intentional or accidental. So why has modern society trained us to do the opposite? Because the system depends on naming as registration. The birth certificate, the social security number, the medical ID, none of it happens without a name. Naming becomes entry into the grid. It is the first piece of data used to track, monetize, and control the human experience. The name in this context is no longer sacred. It becomes a brand, a tag, a file, a digital asset. But there is another way. You don't have to reject naming entirely. You simply need to reclaim the timing. In your family, in your spiritual practice, or in your community, you get to decide when the name is spoken and to whom. You get to protect the frequency of your child's identity the same way you protect their body. And that protection begins in silence. When a child is born, consider keeping the name between the parents only, for a set period of time. A day, a week, 40 days. Follow your intuition. Let the name exist in intimacy first, not exposure. Whisper it gently to the baby while holding them. Let them hear it from you before the world. Speak it in love, in prayer, in ceremony. Let the name land before it travels. If someone asks what the name is, you can simply say, "We're keeping it sacred for now." That's enough. You owe no one access to your child's soul imprint. If you've already revealed the name, and this knowledge is reaching you late, it's okay. Energy can be reclaimed. You can call your child's name into the room with intention. Speak over them. Your name is not for display. Your name is not for ownership. Your name is a power, a protection, a truth. I seal your name in light. I call back what was scattered. Only those who honor you may speak your code. Your identity belongs to your soul. Because a name is not casual, it is a spiritual agreement, and every time it is said, it echoes. So give your child the gift of arrival before announcement. Let their name be known in the womb of your presence first, because in a world that wants immediate access to identity, holding it back is holy. Welcome back. I'm Adeline Atlas, 11 times published author, and this is the Soul Series, where we go beyond the surface of self-help, beyond the noise of the mind, and straight to the intelligence of the soul. This is not a motivational series. This is a remembrance. A return to the part of you that never forgot why you came here, even when the world tried to make you forget. If you've been searching for your purpose, your clarity, your power, not just on paper, but on a soul level, this is the series that delivers it. We're not playing small here. This is spiritual science meets divine design, a roadmap for awakening, alignment, and mission. Here's what's inside. Soul Game. Discover your purpose by design. Life is not random. It's a map, and your soul came in with a blueprint. In this module, we dive deep into the soul's architecture, why you're here, what you're built for, and how to stop surviving and start living by design. This isn't a guessing game. It's your coded mission. Soul surgery, the work of iconic soul surgeons. You've heard of heart surgery. But soul surgery? That's legacy work. This session explores the sacred role of soul surgeons, those who guide others through identity death and spiritual rebirth. We break down how true soul-level transformation happens, and why it's the most powerful healing work on earth. Soul portals, life, death, and iconic transitional moments. Every soul enters and exits through a portal, but most people miss it. This module teaches you how to recognize soul portals, births, deaths, awakenings, relationship ruptures, and treat them as sacred rituals, not random chaos. This is where real magic lives. In the thresholds, miracles are real. You've been trained to believe in logic, but the soul operates through synchronicity, serendipity, and sudden shifts. This lesson rewires your mind to expect the impossible, because when your soul is aligned, the universe responds. We break down real miracles, real patterns, and how to become a magnet for the miraculous. Right sight, perception, and reality. The world you see is not the only world there is. This powerful teaching dives into the mechanics of spiritual perception, how your lens creates your life. You'll learn how to reprogram your sight to align with truth, not trauma. Because when you see clearly, you create cleanly. In-tune soul, sensory intelligence, and inner feedback systems. Your soul is always speaking. The problem is, most people have been trained to ignore it. In this module, we decode the human feedback systems, the energetic chills, the gut pulls, the emotional radar that lets you know what's true. You'll learn how to tune in with surgical precision and follow your soul in real time. This isn't spiritual fluff. This is soul-level precision training for the modern mystic. Whether you're in a rebirth, a dark night, or finally ready to step into what you really came here to do, the Soul series will take you there. This is the map for the ones who were never meant to fit in, because they were meant to lead. If you've been waiting for your signal, this is it. The Soul series is open now. Your soul remembers. Now it's your time to remember too. Let's move.